All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning to you. It is Monday, November 30th, 2020. Thanksgiving is over. Thanksgiving weekend is over. And here we are. So this morning, we're going to talk about the trap of the holiday weekend hangover. What does that mean to you if you get caught in the trap? Let's get started.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life. And then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening, guys? Good morning to you and happy Monday. My normal crew is here, Mr. Jared Bird and Tammy Clark, up bright and early watching with me here. And it looks like there's some people that are regulars on this show that are going to be affected by the old holiday weekend hangover. So this is a topic that I love talking about because I think that it is so relevant and it's so real in our world with, people that kind of kick it back for the weekend, the holiday weekend. Everybody kind of enjoys their time, eats some turkey, watches some football, just kind of kicks back, and we all do a little bit of relaxing, right? And then it is, how do we get back in the swing of things, and what is the risk if we don't? And here's what I've seen over the years. I've seen people literally go from Thanksgiving to New Year's like that, like nothing really happens. And that is it's a huge risk for your progress. Like, we talk about this regularly on this show. It's a term that we throw around a lot. Ed Milet coined the term separation season. And this is separation season. This is the time, that if you're trying to make progress on something, man, this is the trap. Like, this is the time that is the trap that you can literally write off a month and change of your year and not do anything with it. Just kind of get cruising and forget all about everything. So we're gonna dig in a little bit more to that. I want to say good morning to some folks. Of course, Jared and Tammy, good morning to you guys. Good morning, Larry. Chris Filippelli, good morning to you. Sally, good to see you here this morning. Eli, good morning, my brother. Sarah, good morning to you from my hometown of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And Carla, good morning to you. This time next week, I will be on my way to see Carla in South Texas. I'm pretty excited about that. So that'll be fun, going to see the D&J site construction team down there in South Texas. Bruce Pulver, good morning to you, man. All right, so number one is, what is the risk if we do that? So if we just take the raw numbers, right, of let's just say we just write off a month, right? That is over 8% of your entire year that you're just kicking back and relaxing, right? That you're not really making much progress. And it's actually more than that. It's probably like 9 or 10% of the year by the time you figure planning for Thanksgiving and then waiting a week after New Year's to get started. There's that huge period of time where people just don't make any progress, And so how do we avoid that is the best question. How do we avoid that trap of not making progress? And this is where the routine thing comes so heavily into play. So having a routine is important for so many different reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is it gives you a place to go back to when things get uncomfortable, right? It gives you a place to kind of feel like home, right? Like it feels, okay, now I got a rhythm back. This feels right. I feel like I'm making progress. I feel like I'm on the right track. So this morning and today, more important than ever to do things that make you feel productive, that fit into the routine that you do when you are successful, right? When you've got things kind of clicking, what are the things that you're doing? So for me, that is using my planner, making sure that I'm listening to the right things, that I'm watching inspirational videos, that I'm consuming content that kind of lifts me up, gets me excited. And this morning I was thinking about that, when we consume this type of content, you guys are watching this show for a reason. When we consume this, what is it that we are looking for. And the reality is this: everybody goes through these periods where we don't feel like it. We're not on top of our game. Maybe we're not so motivated today. Maybe we just, we woke up and we were tired. That happened to me this morning. I woke up and I was not feeling like getting out of bed. And the reality is, we can change that by the things that we consume. We can change that by the energy that we plug into. We can change that by the people that we are interacting with and the things that we are listening to and consuming and putting into our brains. So what do we do when we listen to this type of content, or to motivational videos, or to music that kind of gets our energy flowing? We are borrowing energy. We're borrowing motivation from somewhere else to kind of jumpstart our engine, right? And that is exactly what you need to do today to make sure that you don't fall in the trap of the holiday hangover. Because I'm telling you, one day turns into 2 days, turns into a week, turns into 2 weeks. Next thing you know, it's going to be the beginning of January. So snap out of it today. Think about what it is that you need to accomplish to get yourself some momentum built. This is essentially, call this the first day of December. The very first day of December couldn't be more important for you to set the pace of what you're going to do. If you don't set the pace will be set for you by what's going on in the world around you. And I've got news for you guys. What's going on in the world around you, when you pay attention during separation season, you'll figure out why it is called that. Because most people are going to sit on their hands. They're going to kick back. They're going to enjoy the holidays, put on the holiday music. They're going to watch Christmas movies. They're going to turn the fire on. As Scott said, the rain, there's a snowstorm coming through Pittsburgh tonight. Every excuse will be right in front of you for you to use to take this holiday weekend and turn it into a holiday month, and to not really get anything done. But for those of us who are planning on making December productive, today is the day that really matters. Today is the day that you have to get organized. You have to get intentional. You have to have a plan. You have to stay busy. At the end of today, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and be able to say, man, I crushed it. Man, I was super, super productive today, because that also will duplicate. One day will turn into two will turn into a week will turn into 2 weeks. Next thing you know, you're going to be like, oh man, I better go get my Christmas shopping done because I've been busy being productive. Plan that too, by the way. Make sure that you're planning the time that you need to get all of the extra things that happen in the month of December. Make sure that you plan those into your schedule. If you're just trying to fit all kinds of stuff in that doesn't normally find its way onto your schedule, it's going to be impossible for you to do, and your schedule is going to disintegrate to nothing. So being intentional about your schedule it's more important in December than any other month of the year. So start this morning. Figure out what it is that you need to do today. Figure out, if you haven't done it already, last night is kind of my night to review all that stuff. I get my week kind of gathered in my head on a piece of paper, and I know exactly, what I'm going to be doing. If you didn't do it last night, take some time to do that this morning. Just get it out in front of you so that you can figure out what it is that you need to do. Remember, by the end of this week, you're full swing into December, and you're counting down the days to December 25th, right? Really December 24th, because a lot of people don't work a full day or don't even have their offices open on December 24th. So think about that. What is it that you need to do today to make sure you're productive and make sure you don't fall into that trap? And just start doing it, and consume those things that are going to push you in the right direction. Borrow the right energy today. Everybody's going to feel a little bit, more relaxed, a little bit, kind of behind, not themselves, not the normal coming into work on a Monday. Maybe that's not you. Maybe you worked out all weekend. You don't feel like that. But most people are probably going to feel that way. And so how do you switch that? You switch that by being intentional, by getting back to the routine that actually works exceptionally well for you. That's it for today, guys. Short one, under 10 minutes. but I hope it was effective. I hope it was something that helped you. I hope it gives you some perspective that helps you start this week and get into December with a ton of momentum, because that is what it's all about. Good morning to you, Sharon Falk. Good morning, Dave Martin. Good to see you, brother. Scott Crawford, thanks for being here. Keith Calloway, we were just talking about you before I got on the stream here, man. I'm going to call you here in a minute, even though it's 4:30 a.m. your time, 4:40. Appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you again tomorrow morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective.